Hello everybody and welcome to It's Probably Coding. This is lesson number 7 and we're going to be importing our first library. This is coding for kids. Anybody can do it. Anyone can follow along. We are using Code with Moo, which is a IDE or a program that we're going to be coding with. Super easy to install. Just go to codewith.mu and you can download this free program. I think it's very bubbly and very fun for kids, very easy to understand, and there's no crazy installations needed. So you can get to programming in like 5 minutes after this install. Anyway, so we're going to be working on while loops today. We're going to talk about what a while loop is. We're also going to be importing our first library. Libraries or modules you can think of as big boxes full of tools. If you want to use a library, you have to name the library or name the box, which is random that we're going to be using today. And random has lots of tools in it, but the tool we're going to be using today is randint. So if you want to grab a tool out of a box, you have to name the box first or name the library first, and then put a dot and name the tool. Before you do any of that, you actually have to grab the box and bring it in front of you. So that's called importing. And you'll find that as you do programming in the future, you're going to be having like multiple lines of imports. When I do data analysis, I sometimes import up to 10 different boxes at the beginning of my program before I could do anything. So import random. So now I have my random box in front of me and I can pull a tool from it now. So we're going to create our first while loop. Now, true and false are booleans, which means the program's always true. So if we put while true, the computer is going to go, okay, the current status of the world right now is true to me. So I'm going to run whatever program or code is underneath this. If the user ever changes it to false, if they change the status of its world to false, it can break out of the loop. Now, these while loops are sometimes called infinite loops. The reason why they call it infinite loops, if you don't break out of the loop at the bottom, it can run infinitely. And if, depending on your program, it could crash your computer. So these loops, I'm not going to say are dangerous, but they can cause quite a few problems if you don't break out of it. I don't typically type break right after I type while true, but some people believe it's good practice to do just in case you forget at the end. So let's make our actual program. So we're going to make a program that, so choose a number is going to be my, my comment at the top to remind me what we're doing. Let me make another space here. And I'm going to create a secret number. So the secret number is going to be made random, randint, sorry, my fingers. And it's going to be a random number between 1 and 5. So inside these brackets here, you got to tell the randint function, like you got to say, hey, what number can I choose from? I'd like you to choose between the numbers 1 and 5. So random randint 1, 5 is going to choose a number between 1 and 5. So now secret number, every time this code runs right here, it's going to choose a number between 1 and 5. Now we have to get the user's guess. So get user's guess. So we'll call it guess equals, we'll say input, I don't know, guess a number. We'll keep it simple. Guess a number. Okay. And I always like to put a space here to make sure it looks good. Now, when a user inputs something in this way, it gets saved as a string. Now, we don't want it as a string. We want it saved as an actual number, as an integer. So we're going to get guess, which is this. Now it's saved as a string, but we're going to tell guess to turn into an integer. So we're going to do equals int. Now, it's not that simple because guess equals integer. But what integer? It's going to be like, well, what integer do you want it to be? Like, from what data am I pulling to make an integer out of? Well, the user's guess is saved as guess. So, yes. So, does this make sense to you? We'll say guess x equals guess. So, we'll do guess x, y, z. to make it like super different. So guess XYZ is a brand new variable that is the same as guess, but an integer. Does that make sense? Now, we don't have to make it guess XYZ. We can just overwrite guess. It keeps things simple, so I don't have two variables, I just have one. Now, if guess equals the secret number, I'm going to press tab there to finish that off. I'm going to say great job. You know, great job. Good job, you are correct. There we go. Now, after good job, you are correct, I have to put else. So I don't have to put guess equals whatever, it's just else. So like if they choose a number that's not the correct number, I'm going to say nice try, but, oh, I have to put the actual thing. Let's make this an F string. Nice try, but, and inside my variable, I want to put, not guess, I want to put secret number was the actual number. Okay, so what I did here is I said, good job, you're correct. If their guess was indeed the same or equals secret number, if they chose anything other than the correct number, then nice try, but secret number was the actual number. And I'm going to break out of it. But no, I want the user to choose whether or not they break out of it. So I'm going to put, again, like, do you want to play again? Input. I'm going to get the user to say, like, if they want to play again. Do you want to play again? Question mark. Yes or no. Okay. So now the user's going to choose if they want to play again. If they do want to play again, so if again equals, oh, you know what I got to do? I got to clean that up. Lower dot strip, just to make sure everything's nice and clean. If it does equal no, then we break out of it. Let me print, okay, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. Oops. Print. Okay, goodbye. There we go. A little bit short, but whatever. And then I have to put the break, which is on the wrong thing. I put it right there. So if they say no, say goodbye, and then break out of the loop. So only if they say no does it break. So what's going to happen if they don't say no? Well, it's going to loop. So it's going to go back. It's got nothing else to run. It's going to go back. Let's take a look. Guess a number. 1. Good job. You are correct. That's crazy. I'm going to type no, and it should say okay, goodbye, and stop. So let's stop that and run again. Guess a number. 1. I can't believe that 1 was the correct number again. So good job. You are correct. You want to play again? I'm going to say yes this time. Guess a number. 1. Nice try, but 5 was the actual number. Do you want to play again? Yes. Oh, I typed yes wrong. But why did it tell me to guess a number again? Oh, because the only way that it'll stop the loop is if I type no. I could literally type anything else. Guess the number. 1. Good job. Wow, 1 seems to be the winning thing. Do you want to play? Yeah, I'm going to type that. And what's going to happen? It's going to bring me back again. 1 was not the correct number this time. Nice try, but 4 was the actual number. Do you want to play again? Yes or no. I'm going to legit type no, and it's going to say okay, goodbye, and stop. So you learned how to import some tools. So you imported a library. Then you put all of your code inside a while loop, which means it's going to just loop and loop and loop and loop until you have some kind of condition to break out of it. Our condition is if the user says no, then break. Okay, you don't have to put this print here, but just break, and then it'll stop the program. This is a bonus now. I'm going to press run again, and I'm going to try to remember what numbers were the random numbers. I think 1 was the first one. Nice try, but 5 was the actual number. Wow, so this random.randint is actually working quite well. Let's click yes, guess the number. 1. Nice try, but 4 was the actual number. So it obviously is not hard-coded. This is certainly something that is random. I'm going to click no here, okay, goodbye, and it seems like our program is running. So congratulations, you have your first import, you have your first while loop, make sure to break it, and you have a fancy little program here. So you can have someone see if they can pick the right number. Hope you guys had a lot of fun with this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.